Okay, the first thing that I did was I made the decision to go on hormone replacement therapy. And let me tell you, I did not make that decision lightly. I am a researcher, and so I researched the heck out of this topic. But as I learned more about perimenopause and menopause, your body stops producing estrogen as much. And, it says, we're done having babies. So we don't need certain things to work the way they used to work. And so as a result, that affects almost every system in your body. And I started reading up on it, and I followed Dr. Mary Claire Harver. I hope I'm saying it right. Dr. Mary Claire Harver. And I followed her really closely. I listened to her podcast. I read her book, The Galveston Diet, and she is a board certified OBGYN. This was after I had tried to talk to my OBGYN several times about hormone replacement therapy, and they really didn't know anything about it at all. They didn't want to talk about it, discuss it, so I was kind of on my own. So I was really glad that I found Dr. Harbour and was able to get educated. It's not the only place I researched because I wanted to know that it was safe. And the studies that scared women away were over 20 years old, and they used some kind of flawed control groups. And so, if you want to know more about it, I'll put some links to some of her material there, some of the books that I read that helped me get educated on it. But at the end of the day, I was told that you could not really lose the weight easily or more easily unless you got your hormones under control. They were just completely out of whack, causing all kinds of issues, everything from aches and pains to hair loss to dry skin to that dreaded weight gain. And as the pounds are, creeping on and I'm getting more and more frustrated with it, I'm like, I have to do something here. I cannot be like this the rest of my life. So I made the decision. I started on hormone replacement therapy, and I just use an estrogen patch and progesterone, and started on a real low dose until we got the levels, correct. And once I started doing that, then some of my other efforts were a lot more effective. And so if you haven't looked into it, of course, always talk to your doctor. But what I found in my experience is that most doctors are not trained in that, and they're not even going to discuss it with you. I had to go online to find doctors that were speaking about it. MIDI Health is a company that specializes in women's health and perimenopause, menopausal issues, and HRT. And actually, I started with them, and that's how I got started with my hormone replacement therapy. So that's the first thing that I did First thing that I did, always talk to a doctor, of course, get their clearance, make sure that you don't have any factors that would affect your ability to do that. But once I did get on that, it made things a little bit easier.